You will not believe what Linda Evangelista did this time. She went topless, and the photos have set off a huge wave of reaction online, sparking conversation, admiration, and debate all at once. So stick around because this story is about more than just pictures. It's about confidence, agency, and the way a public figure chooses to tell her own story. Linda isn't new to attention. She's one of the most famous models in the world, a defining face of the 1990s whose work shaped fashion and pop culture. But what makes this moment stand out is the intention behind it and the meaning she gave it. The images are presented in a classy, artistic style, minimal accessories, soft makeup, often in black and white. And they read less like shock tactics and more like a carefully composed statement about self-acceptance and presence. When a star with a long public history shares something this personal, people notice, and the reaction has been exactly that mix of surprise and support. Fans and fellow celebrities cheered her bravery and called the photos inspiring, while others expressed shock or discomfort, which is predictable given how visibility and body image still create strong feelings across audiences. But Linda's own words and the way she framed the images make the point clear. This is not exhibition for clicks. It's an assertion of self-expression. She's spoken about body confidence and owning her narrative, and that context changes how the photos land. Instead of being reduced to a headline, they become part of a conversation about autonomy and the right to present yourself on your own terms. Stylistically, the photos lean into simplicity and mood. Soft lighting, pared-back styling, and composition that feels intentional rather than gratuitous, which helps many viewers see them as artful portraits rather than salacious images. That photographic approach matters because it signals that the work is about mood, memory, and presence, qualities that invite reflection rather than reflexive outrage. Over time, Linda has transformed publicly in many ways, and this moment is another chapter. The model who once dominated magazine covers is now using her platform to highlight the idea that age, past struggles, or public expectation need not limit how someone shows up in the world. That message resonates widely, especially at a cultural moment when conversations about body positivity, aging, and female autonomy are front and center. Of course, not everyone will agree, and that's part of why the discussion is useful. Opposing reactions reveal the cultural tensions we still wrestle with around visibility, modesty, and personal freedom. Some viewers view topless images as inherently provocative. Others see them as empowering or simply honest. Both perspectives tell us something about how experiences, beliefs, and social conditioning shape our responses. Importantly, Linda's photos also prompt us to consider motive and context. Celebrities often find their choices analyzed as if they were purely strategic, and while publicity can be a factor for anyone in the public eye, motives are rarely singular. Linda's explanation, focusing on confidence and self-ownership, invites a charitable reading. She's asserting control over her image after decades of being framed by industry narratives. That reclamation is powerful in itself. The social media reaction has ranged from emotional support to surprise commentary and even some moralizing takes, but a large portion of the response has been admiration for her courage and for the tasteful way the images were executed. Many fans praised the black and white aesthetic and the rawness that comes from minimal retouching or heavy styling, saying it felt honest and timeless rather than trendy. The situation also shows how fame transforms private acts into public debates. A relaxed moment on a beach or a studio portrait can instantly become a cultural flashpoint when the subject is a household name. That phenomenon forces us to ask how we consume images and why we sometimes rush to judgment. If there's a lesson to take from Linda's choice, it's that confidence is not about pleasing others. It's about being comfortable with who you are and choosing how to present that truth. Whether you're inspired, puzzled, or conflicted, the most important takeaway is that a public figure's decision to be visible in a particular way often reflects a deeper journey, and responding with nuance rather than reflexive condemnation creates space for more constructive dialogue. Linda Evangelista's topless photos did what bold moments often do. They sparked conversation, challenged assumptions, and reminded people that expression comes in many forms. Love it or not, she made a statement about autonomy and presence, and that's why so many people are still talking. Thanks for watching.